I recommend fighting Balthazar in Char's Gauntlet, not with the Knight Song. He's got too many skeletons, it's really annoying. I did beat him on another character, but
succeeded in following my path
I think I knocked him off eventually with an arrow, but it's not easy.
I have worked
This fight makes it easier. I also made it a little bit easier by using his friend, or his brother as he calls him, Flesh. You want to convince him in this conversation to give you the bell if you can. I'm not sure how hard the Flesh is, but I basically used him in another fight. Got his health almost down to nothing. So Flesh becomes kind of useless in this fight eventually.
Fine. I will assign Flesh to aid you on your way.
Yep, here I got
Ring
Bell.
this bell, and
You don't want to use the bell against him because he will not.
My brother is no.
I tried this too. He's not going to fight against Balthazar.
Loyal and punctual.
And other than that, there's only a couple of enemies in this room. There's a couple of, like, 2 or 3 demons or something, I'll say. Now, this is where I used Flesh. This is where I want to be. Follow the cat, sort of. Forget what these guys are called. Just follow him. No, follow him up to a point. You don't want to follow him the whole way. Don't know why I'm looking that way. Just keep going down the stairs, but you want to go. He's gonna enter a room here, but you want to go past the room. So keep going. Don't follow him now. Go past the room. Jump. What's gonna trigger this fight is opening the chest in the corner here. Flesh made it this fight kind of pretty easy. There's also another, like, I don't know if they're gonna patch this kind of bug thing with the other guys. They kind of like, their pathing is kind of bad, you'll see in a moment. Cat's gonna come over. Forget what this guy is called now. This is what we want. Now I'm gonna summon Flesh with the bell. Makes this fight, I mean, this fight isn't that bad, but the main purpose is just to get Flesh's health down. I don't know if getting him killed or if Balthazar resurrects him or what, but like his HP is gonna be low. I feel like getting Flesh's health pretty low from just using him as a meat shield works out well.
This is worth the cost.
Eventually, these other guys should start fighting us soon. Yep. Right now. I like having Will or I assume if you have a Warlock or somebody else can cast Hunger of Adar. I find this spell like really useful for controlling crowds. I'm gonna use it against these guys eventually. You'll see in a moment once they grow up. It's like weird pathing. I think this is like a bug. I don't know what's going on. I've done this fight a couple of times. They always go to this corner on this ledge here. If you're over there, they don't go down. So you can literally, if you wanted to, just like spam arrows at them and stay out of their firing range. Snarl. Now I'm gonna summon it up here. It's weird though. It makes it so that spell is actually hitting up and down a level, which I didn't think it was gonna do, but it apparently does it. So flesh actually ends up in it. And this kind of, at this point the fight is pretty trivial. I skipped around. It's annoying that he goes invisible, but I know where he was, so I shoot an arrow, ice arrow. The only thing you have to worry about is once he gets low HP, he shoots out a bunch of mines, so you want to stay clear of his mines. Fairly soon he should actually do that because I'm going to get him low. Hunger of Hadar, like, pretty much got rid of his other buddies up there fairly quickly. I skipped around here on this fight. Trying to see if he had any resistances that were worthwhile. Write in the comments if there's any other tips you think I should, like any things that can like make this dude go down faster. There, he shot out the mines once he's low on health.
Time to push my luck again.
At this point, I'm just gonna kind of retreat, back off, really. He's doing what he was meant to do, which is be a meat shield. And I believe he's... Yep, he's dead here.
Brought an Orthon to a place like this. We'll never find out now.
Have to.
Eventually these mines just go off, so stay away. I just walked away from him. Went towards the chest at this point. I'll go over there now. Now I go back and fight Balthazar. You'll notice Flesh's health is basically the same. It's like, I don't know, not
It's about
much.
to be returned in kind.
Just have to worry about is like Balthazar's like poison spells. They can be like strong, but blinding him seems to, and having that counter spell I put on Will is helpful. Skipped around to the end here. Yeah, there you go. That's one of his stronger attacks.
You think striking down my body will be the end of me?
once he's down, these other enemies are just easy. But I found that fighting him near the night song at the end of this area, I mean, I forget what it's called, Shar's, I don't know, or domain or something like that, is much harder because there's way too many skeletons. And they make, sometimes the larger skeletons will knock you off. It's not a fun fight. I'm sure there's some better tactics for it, but like I found this way simpler fight compared to that. So yeah, got Starfield coming in 2 days. Kind of sucks that I noticed some streamers got it earlier, like at 4. I think I'm Eastern, so I'll have access at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm gonna check that out. See how that is. See if we got some Bethesda jank or it's actually good. There's some like rumors saying that it's actually good. I'll still be playing this, not an Act 3.
Choice but to keep going.
So yeah, like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more Baldur's Gate stuff, and Starfield, and other game stuff.
No time for mercy.
Yep, these other enemies, not demons or whatever they are, not very hard. I forget what this ability is called on Shadowheart. I really like it because you can just run around into enemies and they take damage. And that's it.
I'll feel that one
Hopefully
later.
this was helpful to somebody out there. Have a good one.